Hello, our Truth Warriors. I hope you're doing well. I went out for a few beers yesterday. It was St. Patrick's Day. It was very interesting. Everybody except the present company that I was with wore a mask. Everybody that walked through the door wore a mask. Everybody that sat down at their table took their mask off. They hand sanitized when they came in. In 4 days' time, the mandates had dropped here. People still haven't grasped that the science never backed masks. The masks never did anything to help whatsoever. And people are still going along with it. And it's going to be interesting in 4 days' time when this is dropped to see who continues to wear them out in public. A lot of people said that they were wearing a mask to protect you. We're going to see who is living in fear and who is actually wearing a mask to protect themselves. The masks don't work. The science is there to prove that the masks don't work. But what amazes me even more is the fact that there's no common sense out there. People can't think for themselves. They have to be told by an authoritative figure, wherever they go, what they should do with their lives and how they should conduct it, which in this, point that I'm making is to do with wearing the masks. Why do people do that? And why do people not realize that the masks were just a way to see who would go along with what they are told? You've got people like the doctors and medical staff who have been reinforcing this. And you've also got chief medical officers in the province where we are here telling people you have to wear a mask. This transcribed right through to stores and people, and I'm not sure whether some people got off on it as an authority thing, where all of a sudden they felt they had the power to tell people what to do, going into their place of business, treating customers like they are shit, and saying, you can't come in without wearing a mask. If only they knew the reality behind the situation. But quite sadly, they don't. I don't know whether they get off on the fact that they've got this little bit of power and they think they could wield it. But anyone who's watching this video who's met me in a store know it didn't work on me. And those that pushed it even further found the wrath at the end of my education towards them on the fact that they haven't got a clue on what they were saying, and secondly, that they have not been deputised to actually tell people what to do in regards to their own health. So let's see how this pans out, people, because those who have gone along with this are now going to go along with everything else that comes. The mask thing was just the start of it. Those that wore the mask would take a vaccine. Those that would take the vaccine will go along with anything. If you are fooled into this, you will fall for anything now that they say moving forward. And this was the plan all along. They weren't bothered about you wearing a mask. They did want you to get the vaccines though. But the things that are going to be coming down the line are likely to push towards a digital currency and the whole structure that will take over your life. You built your own prison, people. You can't see it. Just because you don't see the bars, I don't think you realise what you have created. There's time to stop this now. I've been saying no from the beginning. You should start saying no now. If you can look back over the past 2 years and realise how much you've been lied to and how much it was wrong and how much nothing changed in that regard, then you've got the strength now to turn round and channel all that anger and unhappiness of what's gone on in the past 2 years to stand up for yourself and say no more. So come on, let's be strong. Let's get talking to people. Let's tell them, if we see them out with the masks on, say you don't have to wear that. You didn't have to wear it in the first place. Let's reassure people that there's no killer virus going around making people drop dead in the street. Well, not yet, there isn't anyway. But we'll get on to biolabs in another chat, I'm sure. Take care, everyone. And don't forget, catch up with our work at atlanticundergroundpodcast.com. I think you're going to like some of the interviews and the experts that we've spoken to, and hopefully it will reassure you that what I'm spouting here is right, and it's time for us all to move on in a direction that's good for our children, grandchildren, and humanity on a whole. Thank you for listening. Please share this, get it out there, and let's change the world together. We have the power to do so. Thanks, everyone. Speak to you soon. Take care.